And in this video I will record formation of the US crisis by trading method. And there is an analysis of the ruble. We have bonds. This federal debt, considered the most reliable tool among investors. But because the obligations fall on the issuer. The issuer is this country. And in this case we are looking at the country. The USA is considered the most reliable issuer, with the largest public debt, so it is. Yes. We subtract 10-year minus 2-year Y. Because when investors invest in 10 years, then they count. And the fact that the economy will grow for a long time, yes, when at 2 years old, then they are already thinking, that's not me, the economy won't forgive. By the way, we'll come back to this, but this is such an old indicator known to everyone. Every time. So here is our schedule. S&P 500. What is this? Well, all the companies are gathered there. American largest in one index. This is an overall index of the US economy, which can be tracked. Well, the state of the economy. We see what every time. When this indicator goes to level it below zero. Yes, this is always a harbinger. As if the crisis had gone away there. And we see a collapse soon. Yes, once he left and we see a collapse soon. Well, here he is again. 2 left a long time ago. Yes, this pandemic is almost here. It's a pandemic. Here we go again. Well, it's clear that we don't expect anything good. So, well, probably. Right there. Yes, tell me about it right away. About what's happening now. It's called 3 fats. Yes, with 3 fats. Because we have. It's hot here. Yes, 20 years old. Well, which one's here? Oh. Well, because investors don't believe. Do not believe that the US economy will grow. Well, that's why they didn't believe this since 20, but they believed a little in 21. Well, then they still don't believe. They don't invest their money in the US economy. In the long term 20 years. Let's see where they invest. Where did the capital go? Oh yes. From the 11th month 21, just when I sent everyone economic certificate that there will be a crisis in Russia. And withdrawn from the interactive broker investors. Who has no problems with a Russian passport. Let's go where? 6 months. That is, they believe in the US economy, with a forecast period of 6 months. This is the maximum that the economy has left. Let's see if this idea works now. You see trading you. It's not this graph that promotes ideas. But this one doesn't. Well, judging by how it ended here, then everything is bad, you can rebuild it again. I'm no longer interested. And here's another indicator. Leading indicator of crisis. And this is what we have called DXY. This is the dollar index. I have a drawing here. This is the US economy again. An S&P 500. And now we look. What a kingship. Every time DXY falls, the economy is growing. Visible. In this case, DXY dollar index is growing. The economy is falling. Well, here in general I wrote everything. You can put it on the table to read. But business loans are like debt overload. Business, why people watch it, if they give loans to businesses, then means the economy will grow in the forecast period. If they are not given, where do we have them and what kind do we have? The line is already here. If they are not given, and the money supply that is. If she's not there, here he is. Then everything will be a recession. Look here. Came to a peak. Recession. Reaches the peak. Recession, what happened in 20? It has reached its peak again. Here she is. The graph goes down exponentially. Such a wave is coming. But after all, a wave is also a wave. Everything is a wave, look. Everything is fractal. And that's it, so what? It's like there should be a recession here. It was caused by an artificial pandemic. Put down. Money supply. Business loans printed a lot of money. With his helicopter. Well, here is the graph. Need to be rebuilt. Look at all the ideas now. They are built incorrectly. How to rebuild it? Something like this or something to press, or somehow you can step it yourself. I don't remember how everything works here. And see, we need to figure it out. See what's really happening now. All these players don't work for them. What do we see here? So we see how we started the dollar mission. This is our orange line. Here she is, pandemic. And now they started printing this. That will increase in US government dollars again. What did it bring up? Cryptocurrency capitalization. How much capitalization do we have? Bitcoin during this time. How she grew up. Let's see. So, where do we have it? To date, 594%. This is the bubble, which has stimulated the growth of crypto. Well, of course they won't build anything for us again, okay. That's what we said. They said that. Yeah, now is for Bitcoin once passed. Bitcoin. What are we watching? We are looking at money. How does work? Capital system. How it happens, it goes from one instrument to another instrument. Or leaves the market. Here we have a tool. We have a cryptocurrency market. They lie there. This is all the money. Now, liquidity is here. You understand? She's not here. Investors left from here. Here it is a little bit. And here she sits. In the crypt. How she sits in the crypt. We look at USDT and USDC, these are stable coins. And an analog of the US dollar, issued by different issuers. She will often scam her from that bullion. Because diversification is always needed here. You can't put everything in USD or everything in USDC, you will lose capital. There is a balcony, we need diversification on cold wallets. Money is taken from those two. We take 2 layers of Bitcoin, you can propagate them, but you can increase the formula. Divide by the total amount of money. On the total capitalization of cryptocurrencies. And watch how capital flows. Wow, even the schedule is attached. And not here we are already. We can't make it clear. No, this is how I build it. Everything is built well here, look. That's when we have. Oh. Touches this tunnel. Then this is the entry point. To cryptocurrency, not necessarily Bitcoin. Bitcoin is an advertisement. We already have a different world. Other information, we will have CSKA from BBC. You already have crypto ruble. Pensioners receive money in tokens. In Ukraine, they have a hryvnia for crypts there. You encrypt. What will that cryptocurrency take off on? Blockchain developed. Crypto token state. Russia has it on air. Do you know who its issuer is? England. At Bitcoin USA. What will it be developed on? This blockchain is USA. Not on Xerpe. On Lumina. Bitcoin will go down as soon as it is entered from the BBC. The entire Latin continent will kick you. You understand? They have already introduced it into Latin. Cryptocurrency continent. Okay, I'll tell you later. Let's do that later. I'm talking about the crisis, and well, everything you buy here. These, what's their name? This. What is not Bitcoin? And what are not stable coins? What is not dollars in the USA? Alts are good coins developed on blocking. How to choose crypto assets. This. There must be a blockchain. Not some piece of paper, who will be married tomorrow. Blockchain, look at the team, look. Let's look at the prospects for the development of this blockchain. What products are on this block? This is a deep analysis. You're climbing there, you buy some crap and drain your capital. Here is the entry point. Here is the exit point. This figure is 9 times already 8. Or how much? 8 signals given. That's it, here he is. Shopped here. Didn't give an exit point. And yes, it was necessary to sell here. Here we were selling for $69,000. Still no entry points. This one in Bitcoin. There are none. She will be here when we'll intersect. Or when. And when right here at the top. In general, I'm confused, figure it out this way. I do not trade crypto. I just put my money under management. At 100% per annum. It's easier for me, I can't understand everything. What's this ruble? Oh yeah, that's what I am. Well, by the way, it doesn't draw until the end of this ruble. When I drew this. October 31st. The ruble goes in the tunnel. This is this. We look my way. 3-month period, yes. And if he leaves this channel, yes, then we will expect shorts there. Well, for example, up to this level, strong level. But he touched and did not come out. For him to come out, there should be a breakdown of the channel and consolidation, so that it decreases there to 34 examples. Which looks utopian. During the war. When we have a mission. The ruble is simply fabulous, when the central bank sells dollars. All your supplies. When you need to support an army. This is war. How can you expect the ruble to fall? In that economy, who is now being killed? Oh. Started drawing, yes, but now it's 101. Let's check what we have here. This is already a month period. Here I am uploading the video to you. I showed it from a dealer at auctions. I came here. Came out here. I did Forex, it was a simple. Here is the text without sequence numbers or time stamps. Now she's a model. If on the field it's a tunnel. Everything until we come out of this tunnel, nothing will happen. How can we get out? We can only do it with you. Like this. If we come out of the tunnel, let's break through sharply. Maybe these are all the candles. And then what will it be? Then it will simply be an exit from the channel. And a new channel. Which will simply go at a different speed. He can easily go at this speed. You can get here in no time. How we did it here. At the moment the candle appeared. What can we do about all this? Maximum diversification. There is a set of investment tools. It's called portfolio. Investment, managing your portfolio. What kind do we have? Sources of investment. Land. Real estate. Well, let's take this money. Business. Okay, they'll come now. Wait. There is. The economic cycle is already well. This is also a wave. This is the peak. Yes, here we begin the crisis sleep, called economic stagnation. There's depression here. Then a way out of depression and revival. And boom again. And just like that, it's a constant cycle. Here are the entry points. Yes, there is. Inflation funnel. How does it work? Here we are at the peak. And inflation begins. Why is inflation rising? Price rise. Inflation is price rise. Why do we start to get depressed? Because our goods are starting to shake. First, necessities and food. Look at what country you live in. What phase are you in now? Inflation, what has gone up in price? You will understand when there is depression. When is the entry point? The price goes up further in all sorts of things. Consumer goods have risen in price further. Cars. Luxury goods, that's all. Everyone is waiting next. That real estate will rise in price. But it's like, it should be logical. More things have become more expensive. This means that our real estate will increase in price. No, it's called an inflation funnel. At this point, the economy goes into depression. And real estate falls in price. Real estate or land. Question when they ask me. Should I invest in these assets now? No. They are invested in at the bottom of the economic cycle. But they sell them at this phase. In December 21st, when I wrote a certificate and sent it to everyone. Nowadays, they don't buy real estate or land. Because what a good investment it is. But she's holding you. Why? Nothing is secure, it's real estate. No, she's real estate. And study the etymology of words. She immobilizes. When you own real estate, you are fixed in that region. Where do you have it? If you have real estate in Russia, then you are now sitting on hold. In Belarus. In Europe. In Israel. In USA. Everywhere in China. You are now on hold. It's falling in price. And this is any region of the world. It has a low degree of capital liquidity. You can't suddenly take money from here. You will sit with her, sell it for 2 and 3 years. She immobilizes. And not just locally and movement, freedom of movement. And there is also freedom of movement of capital. Also here you need to look at property rights, where are observed, ownership, and Russia are respected, or the case may be taken away from you if you don't like. No, not in Israel. In the USA, yes. Not in Montenegro. That year they kicked out 3 US companies. They squeezed out the steam from Stephanie and the hotel. Money. We have a crypto outline. And funds. Fund. Let's see. There is now an entry point for funds. Where I am. If the economy goes down, if we invest in JVX, how much can you lose? If we reach pandemic levels, half of the capital. If you are sitting now, already, from here, at 11%, or from here. Well, we entered the wrong entry point at 9% at 11 or 9. Now you are sitting in some long-term stocks. And potential for capital loss. If you bought apples there. I don't know about Amazon and so on, Zooms there. There is no entry point in the front right now. If you are traders there, you play short. You're cool, you'll find it there now and buy it there. Long strike Black Swans auctions. You will make money. You can buy it here right now. Promotional. These. Long strike. They are not that cheap. But cheap, it's called Black Swans. But you won't sell them. Liquidity will go away. I bought them here. And here I barely had time to sell them. Liquidity is leaving, and this attraction may cost as much as, and it actually cost 606 on the Russian stock exchange. I bought it for 60. It cost our 666,000. This is not a simple number, all hematoria. But no one bought it. There will be no liquidity. Everyone leaves. Leaving. Funds no longer have livability. So what's this about? Funds. There are profitable trading strategies. On capital. $400 zero. with a yield of 20% per annum on average. Spend 2 to 3 hours a day trading every day. Buy them and learn in 2 months. To trade the fund profitably. And don't sit. Long-term investors in Apple. And so on. There are connections to American. Broker America is the only one who did not impose sanctions against people with Russian passports. American brokers. Europe is mine. Trader friend. I have kept money in Swiss banks all my life. All capital is pledged. They stopped him. Swiss bank won and $4 million in the USA. All human accumulations. Dubai banks. Holds banks throughout Europe. Do not keep money in European banks at all. Any. Oh, and something new. Information surge from Russia. New wave of sanctions. All your capital will be frozen. Not a single European bank will give you a guarantee. There are American brokers where you can trade. This strategy. If you want to be a trader and trade. This is a fountain. There is another strategy. With more profit. Well, I won't give them. So Crypt told Crypt a lot. Cryptophone. At 100% per annum. You won't come here. If your capital is less than $400, you will not come here. If you have less capital, $501,000. You will come here with a very big creek. If you don't make a bridge with questions. People. Manager. It shouldn't be yours. The only or last money. Because you will sit in stress. Don't trust all these people who know how to manage capital. Rack your brain with their questions. No one works with people like that. Because it's hard. I don't give financial advice because it's hard. Everyone is stressed. Everyone's money is blocked. Everyone is listening to this some kind of YouTube. They worry about this box and don't listen. But they think they know everything. This is money. Business. And what does it depend on again? From the market vase. Think about how much profit your business will generate. If the economy goes into depression, Will you have clients? It is called. What is this profession called? Crisis manager. If you have a big business, you are hiring here. In this economic cycle. Crisis manager. Who helps you through corporate finance. Withstand this stress, economic business, or he will leave you. Or you yourself begin to study all this and think how to save a business. Or do you understand that the future crisis, you have this model, what will she give clients? What thrives in our crisis? What industries? Housing and communal services. Products. All essential products. Cargo. Services are all dying. People want to eat and be safe. That we are safe from weapons. Military, everything is connected there. With military conflicts, then now it will be profitable. Everything connected. With logistics, some grain crops. And NTP. Everything will bring profit. Chocolate. Sweets. Cosmetics. Everything that emotionally stabilizes a person to survive stress. All products will also be in demand during the crisis. If your business is focused on these areas, that's very cool. If not, this issue needs to be resolved. Maybe 6 months, a year, perhaps less. It's all in the briefcase. Must be diversified. You don't have to own just land. Only real estate. Only money, which are stored in some European bank. You must have cash it. Diversifies. By dollar. Euro. And these. This one is kind of Japanese. I forgot the Japanese one. No ruble. This is the cash, this is the airbag. If your bank account is closed, you didn't go hungry. You got into this piggy bank and are sitting with it. Don't put your 7 under stress. What percentage is in each? Depending on your risk profile. If you are a super risky guy, you go there somewhere. 30 to 40% to the crypto fund. If you are a conservative investor, you enter 10% here. This is a safety net of about 15 to 20% of capital. Gold. If you store gold in banks. If you bought bullion. That. How are they stored in safe deposit boxes? Safe deposit boxes are easily emptied. And banks don't understand. If you store at home. Your gold bar. Then when you bring it, it's sold to the bank. He takes this one from you. For export. Even if you haven't worn out. Because you kept it at home, not in banks. The system is like that, so that you keep everything in banks. Your gold will depreciate. If you store in jewelry. Then in case of any conflict, do you have an airbag? You just take. Enter the free market and sell. Your chains. It's yours and you get it. Cash for life. Look how. The cycle of gold. What do you think is the entry point into gold now or not? This is the exit point. This is the entry point. This is the entry point. This is the entry point. It's unlikely he'll go now. We'll break the tunnels. Gold will depreciate in crisis and war. But this is stupidity. He will fight back and come here. Everything is possible. On capital management. What can I recommend? I can help you get there, but I'm not helping with all this. I just give advice on what to do. Because when I give advice on this, you come asking why you came in but then forget to come out. And lose your capital. You are not professionals at this. And don't go there yourself. You will lose money. If you leave it to professionals. For example, they gave it to this VTB, maybe a bank. To VTB management. They bought all the capital. Well, people with money like this. What did VTB do? They bought some kind of auction to more European markets, which cannot be sold there at all. Now everything is close to Russians there, which depreciated and drained a person's entire capital. Guess it turns out it was possible. On the Russian stock market, take money from people and not return it. No contracts. What do they promise you there? Maximum enter into a 30% risk of drawdown. For some reason it didn't work, no money. Don't trust anyone. Especially in Russia. Those who teach you how to trade. Those who teach trading. They don't sell themselves. They are deceiving you. You come and consider yourself a cool trader and drain your capital. There is a service with good signals. If you just want, don't think about anything and just walk in like a robot. I can give it to you. If you don't want to study. This is the US stock market. Well, you'll take it. And you won't know where to get money. You will still have options, freedom finance, so that finances can enter the foreign market. And interactive versus. This one is not allowed at all. All traders have already left it. Withdraw money from there urgently. Any new sanction will be blocked. Fins can still do it. He is the only one of all brokers which did not engage in portfolio management. He simply acted as a broker. He really doesn't. He didn't have any problems. In this conflict, they are standing on their feet. Broker Freedom Finance, I don't know what they have there. Sitting in Kazakhstan. I can't say anything about reliability. Well, show me. And if you go along trading the stock market on the Moscow exchange, then you will lose all your capital. Because they didn't let me out there. Foreign investors. It's a time bomb. And there is no liquidity at all. If you come in with a lot of capital, you won't even be able to sell yourself. Well, at least they say. There are already $100 million at auctions. But I don't believe something. How many times have I visited there is no liquidity? Maybe something has changed. But I doubt it. I traded options there on OSDRU. And that's all. And so, well, here it's a little bit. Traded in 2 days. Brother. I made 4 of them then. And in 2 days something else. There is 10 to 20% of capital. This is where my money is in final. Not here. Not here. Oh. Here you go. Understand. To understand economics. Take a look.